Hello everybody, I am Gustavo Santos, the author of Data Wrangling with R, this book that you're seeing on your screen now and that was recently published with Packt. In this video, we will go on a book tour about the content that I'm offering in this title, so if you are considering acquiring the book, then you will have a lot more information to make your decision. This book was divided in 4 main parts, and part 1 was all about load and explore data. Every data science project will begin with data, right? So part 1 has 3 chapters about loading and exploring data sets in RStudio. So chapter 1, I bring the fundamentals of data wrangling. So what is data wrangling, why to use it, and I also offer some frameworks for data science projects like famous CRISP-DM, for example. Then on chapter 2 we have load and explore datasets, where I will go over how you can load datasets to your RStudio. I offer a couple of options there, including web scraping, basics of web scraping. Also, I offer a way for you to familiarize with your data using exploratory data analysis in this chapter 2. Then on chapter 3 we will go over basic data visualization. So this is the first touch point that we have with data visualization. You will learn how to create good visuals with base R, that are the built-in functions that you have in RStudio, and that is really powerful and you can do a lot of good stuff with that already. Then this chapter 3 actually closes the first part. Then we will go to the second part of the book, that is its core. It's the data wrangling part. So the core content of this book is here, and is where I will go over the transformations available for different types of variables, such as text, number, dates. So in chapter 4 we'll be working with strings. So you will see things like transformation for variables with textual information, you will see regular expression, you will see text mining, creation of contingency tables. So you can see here a couple of pictures of things that were created in this chapter. Then on chapter 5 we will work with numbers, with variables of numerical type. So what's the transformations available, the math operations you can do with numbers in R, the use of apply functions. It's a family of very powerful functions for you to use within R language. Then on chapter 6 we will see how to work with date-time objects, how to wrangle data with dates and times. We will work mainly with Lubridate, which is a very good library from the tidyverse package, and you will see the main functions for date and time transformations. And at the end of this chapter you will have an exercise going over a exploratory data analysis that touches a lot on the date time points. On chapter 7, this is a combined part of the book where the chapter 7 and chapter 8 will be very related to each other. So you will see chapter 7, the transformations possible to be done with base R. So I would say this is the core chapter, the part of the book that gives the name to the book. So it's the data wrangling on its core. And the main transformations, you will see how to do them with built-in R functions or base R, and that would be slicing, grouping, replacing, ordering, merging, and other functions as well. And then chapter 8, you will see the same things but using the main package for data wrangling with R, which is tidyverse today. So these 2 chapters are very fun and very nice, with a lot of examples, a lot of code that you can code along as well. So you will have a lot of things to see in these chapters, a lot of practice to do so. 2 very fun chapters. And then when we go to chapter 9, which is exploratory data analysis, this chapter is all about practice. So we will put our acquired knowledge to test, and we will go over an end-to-end or a complete exploratory data analysis, right? Since the loading of the data to R until the writing of a business report with the findings of the exploratory data analysis. So this is a very practical chapter. And it closes part 2. Then part 3 covers visualization. So if we say that an image is worth 1,000 words, we must know how to create compelling pictures out of our data, right? So in this part we have 3 chapters dedicated to ggplot2. That is currently one of the best tools for data visualization available in the market. Chapter 10 is the introduction to ggplot2. You will see the main functions, the main types of graphics. You will learn the concept of grammar of graphics, so how to build your graphic in layers, and how to plot these different types of graphics with the library. Then chapter 11 is more enhanced visualization, so you will learn things like facet grid, maps, 3D plots, which you can see a couple of pictures there of examples contained in the book. Then chapter 12 is other visualization options. These days there is a lot of interconnection between different tools available in the market, especially for data science, and using Power BI with R is an interesting combined solution. So you can learn here also how to plot a simple plot in Power BI using R language. Then part 4 is data modeling. So this is the final part of our book, and here we have the last 2 chapters where we go through a complete data science project, from the problem definition and data acquisition to the deploying of the model in a web app. So chapter 13 is how to build a model with R. So it's an end-to-end data science project. You will explore, you will clean, you will visualize the data, and finally you will model the data, create a machine learning model. And then if you have a machine learning model but you don't put it to use, you know, for other users to be able to use, it's just a model for you. So here we also teach you how to build an application using Shiny in R, and with Shiny you can create an app, web app, and deploy this model for other people to use online. So it's really nice, a really good chapter that I had a lot of fun writing it, and you can see a picture there of this web app that is live, and it's a web app where you can get a text and input there, and the algorithm or the model actually will read this text and say if it's a possibility to be marked as spam or not spam if it was an email, for example. So it's a really fun chapter to read and also to code along. And that's it. That's the final chapter of the book. So I hope you had a lot of information here from what is contained in this title, in this book, and I hope you have a lot of fun reading it as much as I had writing it. So thank you for watching this video and happy learning.